Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica Virgo and today we're going to be doing a reading all about lost messages from your heart. So sometimes we're so busy in life that we don't take the time to really honor our feelings, or maybe we grew up in a setting where really truly expressing how we felt wasn't accepted. So maybe we buried those feelings deep down. As I said before, maybe we just had to get on with life and we didn't really take the time to honor our feelings. So there could be so many different reasons why you have lost messages from your heart that now hopefully will be found. So I just want to preface the reading by saying that readings are really meant to bring healing and clarity. So if most of your reading is resonating for you, but there's just one or two small details that don't fit, please don't force it to fit. Just let it go and let it flow. And it could be for somebody else watching. I also want to say that I'm going to be rolling out a booking link so that you can book personal readings with me. I'm going to have 3 options with 3 different price points. But for now, in the meantime, before I get that link out, if you do want to book a personal reading, there is an email in the description box below and you can just reach out to me through email. So without further ado, let's get into the reading.
Tune in with your intuition, pause the video if you need to, and maybe even close your eyes, taking 3 deep and slow belly breaths to ground and center your energy. Then open your eyes and you will feel one of the groups really calling out to you and your heart. To jump ahead to the group that you've selected, scroll down to the description box below and you will see the timestamps where you can click and select your group.
Alrighty, so if you selected group number 1, the first group, you selected calm is not a weakness. And there have been 3 songs, a couple of different songs that have been coming to me throughout this entire week, and I could really feel like they were messages for the collective. And so I took a couple of them and wrote them down and picked one for each group, and so this is going to be yours. But before we get into what your song is, let's go with this card. Calm is not a weakness. So you could have grown up in a very chaotic household, and maybe now when you feel a sense of calm, you feel weak, you feel defeated. And so there's a message from your heart coming through that calm is not a weakness. Your heart actually craves some calm. So don't feel like you always need to be in a chaos bubble, like with this happening and that happening, and then focusing on this and then focusing on that. And that chaoticness, although comfortable for you, your heart just wants to let you know that it's not a weakness to just be at peace, to just be calm. And sometimes that's really needed for us. So let's go ahead and see what song you got. Okay, so you got Futile Devices by Sufjan Stevens. So even just the title, Futile Devices, it makes me think that you may have some coping mechanisms that are actually futile to you, that are actually holding you back from the peace that you're looking for. They're actually preventing you from reaching the type of contentness that your heart yearns and longs for. These coping mechanisms could be futile for you. But I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and listen to the song and the lyrics more in depth, and I will come back with any additional messages that I feel come through. Okay, group 1. So let's go over some of the messages that I was able to take down while listening to your song, and certainly go and listen to it yourself. It may have additional messages or confirmations for you, but I'll read out what I wrote down. So the first thing I got was a consistency, and it felt like this was about someone in your life, someone who you love and have a real affinity for. And it feels like these feelings that you've had for this person have been consistent, have been very consistent. So whether that means you've loved this person over a long period of time, or just since you've known them, your feelings have really been consistent. Like, this is a relationship where you've never stopped. having feelings for this person. I also wrote someone whom you don't see as much as you want to in real life, but that you daydream about. And then I put getting lost in your love for someone, almost using it as an escape mechanism. So it feels like you want to spend more time in person, spend more time face to face, that you really enjoy being around this person, but that sometimes you can use it as a form of escape, as an escape mechanism. Like there was a dreamy sadness to the song, and it felt like when you're with them or when you're thinking and daydreaming about them, it makes you happy or brings you into this daydream of feelings, but there's this tinge of sadness underneath. So it feels like there's an emptiness inside you that you need to face and that you need to feel, and that you need to kind of have a relationship with yourself and meet yourself and say, it's okay. It's okay if you feel emptiness. It's okay if you feel sadness. What's it about? Show me why you're feeling empty. Show me why you're feeling sad, and see what comes up for you. Or really just allow yourself to feel those feelings of emptiness and sadness, as difficult as it is. Maybe instead of, daydreaming about this person who's giving you some kind of good feelings, but once again, it's almost like an escapism from what's going on deep down inside. So I also wrote this person could create something that you consume. This person could create something that you consume to feel closer to them. So maybe they put out content, maybe they create some form of art, but they just create something that you consume. And when you consume it, it makes you feel closer to them. And like you like that feeling of feeling closer to them. I also put you're in awe of what this person is able to create, but you can use your fascination with them to distract you from your own emptiness inside. Yes, we went over that. This could be someone whom you love a lot, but struggle to express the depths of your feelings for. It could be someone who you think of as family or just feel a real affinity for, and you may struggle to express your feelings. So although your feelings have been so consistent and they don't waver, your feelings for this person don't waver, but maybe you struggle to really express to them how much they mean to you, whether that's through words or, it just feels like how you feel inside, you may not express all of the depth of that to this person. That this person may not know really how deep your feelings are for them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some tarot for group number 1. Lost messages from group number 1's heart, please, Spirit. Lost messages. Oh. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. Lost messages from group number 1's heart. We have the Page of Cups. Not surprised we're getting a lot of cups since this is messages from the heart and the cups represent emotions. We have life, healing, sunlight, nature, serenity, spirit. Okay, let's get 2 more messages from group 1's heart. We have judgment. And let's get 1 more, please. Messages from group 1's heart. Okay, and then the Ace of Swords. At the back of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So I'm hearing that it feels like sometimes you use your infatuation with this person as a distraction, once again, from your feelings in your heart deep down. Maybe something about this person makes you feel more popular, makes you feel like you get more attention from friends or family or society. I'm getting a feeling that this person makes you feel more wealthy, more abundant, almost like a prized possession. Feels like there's a feeling from 2 experiences that you've had in your life that are buried deep beneath. And I'm seeing that although those two experiences might come with tough emotions that are difficult to feel, I'm also seeing 4 very good experiences that are also buried in your heart. These could be gifts or talents of yours rather than experiences. So, like, you have 4 gifts or talents that you could bring up from the surface, but it takes kind of like opening Pandora's box. And when you open Pandora's box, you'll have kind of two things to deal with that will bring up more challenging emotions, but 4 gifts or talents of yours that want to come out and see the light of day. But until you're willing to open Pandora's box, you're always going to have this consistent feeling of a tinge of sadness, of a tinge of feeling weighed down, like you just can't move forward or get ahead. But I think that you are actually going to be willing to face this because of the next 4 cards with the Page of Cups here, because the kind of experience or feelings that I was saying might be challenging, that might be beneath the surface, I was seeing them as these 2 fish here at the bottom of the card. And on the next card, the fish is going straight into the third eye of this cat here. And we have the Judgment card, which is all about an awakening, realizing things, your life shifting in a new direction because you're willing to answer the call. And then the Ace of Swords is all about a realization, cutting through illusion to the truth, finally admitting something to yourself. And with the middle card of, the 4 different chakras and what they mean and represent, it feels like you're going to be feeling more whole, more integrated. So don't be afraid of feeling your feelings. That is a message coming through from your heart, because they will pass, they won't last forever, and they are so wise and intelligent. There's a reason why we feel sad, and sometimes we just need to acknowledge that sadness, acknowledge that something made us feel upset and not okay, and then realize through feeling that the world isn't going to come crashing down if you feel sad for a day or two. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you can get through discomfort. You've gotten through discomfort. You're getting through discomfort every single day of feeling this kind of feeling of feeling weighed down or this tinge of sadness. So it's not going to be too much different, and it is going to help you to feel more free and more expressed in the world. That's what I kind of feel too. Like there's something that you need to express and get out, whether it's through expressing yourself through some kind of creativity, or whether it's through a conversation that you need to have with someone, or maybe you just need to like write in your journal about your thoughts and feelings, or turn on your voice note or your video and just talk and get it out. But it feels like you need to express something that's deep within yourself. I think a lot of good is actually going to come from this, even if it feels uncomfortable at first, and it may even allow you to be more present in your life, because right now it feels like so much of your energy is going towards resisting this feeling, resisting this, discomfort inside. But it feels like if you actually didn't resist it and you let it out, yes, there may be sadness, but then following that, you're going to be so much more present with the people in your life, with yourself, in life, in the world, because it's almost like instead of your focus being directed inwards, your focus will now be directed outwards. Some more messages for group 1, lost messages from group 1's heart, please. You are gifted. Didn't I say that you have gifts? I saw 4 gifts buried deep beneath in Pandora's box. So you definitely have some gifts. Maybe this self-expression is a part of these gifts. It says you are very intelligent and talented. So absolutely soak that in. And maybe, in the song, we were talking about how you look towards somebody else and you really admire their creations, and you actually have really like talents and gifts to share. So you don't have to look at somebody else and long. I mean, not there's anything wrong with that, but like you're admiring something that you actually have within yourself, which is why you admire it so much. At the back of the deck, we have talk about your feelings, tell a friend how you feel. I definitely felt that. Remember how I was saying like journaling, having a conversation, something like that. So definitely don't be shy to talk to a friend or somebody who you trust about how you feel. I know it's very vulnerable, and our ego will tell us, oh, if I open up to this person, they're gonna have a one-up over me. But I am telling you from personal experience, that is totally your ego. And when people actually see you vulnerable, opening up, for the most part, they are going to feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with you too. Obviously, use your discernment and don't open up to somebody who you don't trust or don't get a good vibe from. But if it's somebody who you've had in your life for some time, or they feel like they've proven to be somebody they can trust, then definitely open up to them. Messages from group one's heart. Lost messages from group one's heart, please, Spirit. Okay, I'm feeling this card actually. Tap into your sacral power. So there could be some anger too. Often when we tap into buried feelings that we never allowed ourselves the chance to feel, it starts with sadness. I know for me, it starts with numbness, just numbing out the feelings. Then it goes into sadness. And then below the sadness is like anger. And you actually know you're getting to a really cathartic place when you start to feel the anger, because it's the anger that you never allowed yourself to feel in the first place. I'm so excited for you, because I really feel like once you start tapping into these emotions and letting yourself know it's safe to feel, I just sense so many creative gifts coming forward from this, and you feeling so much better, like a relief and an inspiration. Back of the deck, we have let go of control. So you might have a fear of losing control. Like, what's going to happen if I'm not perfect? What's going to happen if I'm not proper? What's going to happen if I don't have all my ducks in a row and things aren't in order? Well, you can find out, and I promise you, the world, the fabric of the universe isn't going to fall apart, and you are safe to feel. So let go of control. And another message I'm getting here is like, ask your guides, your angels, source, God, goddess, whatever it is that you confide in and believe in, that higher power. Ask Great Spirit for help in letting go of control, in letting yourself to feel your emotions and express yourself. Group number one, can we please get a message, a lost message from group number one's heart? A lost message from group number one's heart, please, Spirit. Yeah, it's like the light is made or able to be seen within the darkness. So don't be afraid of, those emotions that you're perceiving as dark, because that's where the gifts are. Shakti with transformation. So there is going to be a turning point. It feels like life is going to ask this of you. And you're going to be so tired of holding it all together that I think that you are going to open up and let it go. The sun. Yeah, and you're going to feel so much clarity. You're going to feel, and we even have truth here. You're going to be open to finally speaking your truth. And you're going to feel so much better. I know you're scared, and I respect that. And I do have empathy for that, because it is scary, but it's going to be so worth it, because you're going to feel so much more yourself. Right now, it's like you're ignoring yourself or denying yourself because you don't want to face it. But when you face it, you're going to actually feel a sense of deep empowerment. Oh, and then at the back of the deck, we have communication. So once again, there's this message of being open to talking to somebody about this. Opening up to a friend, to a family member, to a therapist, whoever it is that you feel like you can trust and can, you know, hold space for you. Don't be afraid to have that conversation with somebody. Messages from group one's heart. Lost messages from group number one's heart, please, Spirit. Connect with water, ocean, water spirits, and hydrate. So out of all of the elements, earth, water, air, fire, water is the element of our emotions, of our feelings, which is why it feels so soothing for us to be by the ocean, to be by the lake, to take a shower, to take a bath, because the water soothes our emotions. And you can even ask the water, please help me to feel my emotions, get in touch with my heart. You may even want to look into doing some kind of ceremony or ritual, if that is something that you do, with water. Because water is going to allow you to actually tap into your heart and tap into your feelings the most. Yeah, and I just see you so empowered once again. Once you do this, you're gonna feel a lot better. But definitely, I respect the fact that it takes time and, you know, you gotta be ready. And I think that, as I said, life is going to ask of that readiness of you, and it's going to happen. We have Get Into Nature at the back of the deck. It says coexistence, gather, limit waste. So if you can get out into nature, it will also help to bring you into your heart space and calm your mind, help you to get in touch with your feelings and feel that sense of calm. Feel that sense of presence with yourself, which I think that you've been escaping a lot and not wanting to face. But once you feel that calm, it's like you can have that conversation with yourself or start to feel those feelings. And don't freak out if it starts to get uncomfortable. That's okay. I promise you, you're not going to lose something. You're only going to gain something by allowing that discomfort. It's kind of like stress. You know, I feel like when you're younger, your tolerance for stress, well, I don't even want to say when you're younger, but think about when you first start in the workforce, your tolerance for stress is kind of low. And then once you've been working for several years, you're like, oh my God, I can handle so much more than I used to be able to. So, but you never, that stress never overdid it. You know, like you built up a tolerance, you became strong from facing that discomfort. Okay, so any final messages here? Any final messages here for group number one? Lost messages from their heart space, please, Spirit. Okay, we have Field of Dreams. Yeah, I think a moment in nature could be really good for you. Try to get out in nature as much as possible because it brings you your frequency into a different frequency than you're in for most times of your day. And this is going to bring you some form of enlightenment. It's going to help you realize something or bring you some kind of light bulb moment. So yeah, definitely try to make that a practice if you can. We also have Balancing Act at the back of the deck. So maybe you feel like you're balancing your relationship with this person that we talked about at the beginning with the Sufjan Stevens song, and your own aspirations and goals and life journey. And maybe it feels challenging to balance the two. And it feels like you're trying so hard to keep it all together. You're trying so hard to keep it all together, almost like you're, you know, holding up a glass on a string, a glass ball in a string, like in this card. And you feel like if you don't, you know, try your best to hold it all together, it's all going to come crashing apart on the floor. But one thing I know from my own life experience is that when you hit rock bottom, you can only go up from there. And it really gives you a, like this new level of strength that you could not get from anything else. So let it crash on the floor. Let your feelings break you open. And then you're going to start from a very exciting place once that happens. From a very honest place. And I think that's actually going to be more valuable to you at this time because it's what your soul is yearning for, what your heart is asking for, than, feeling like you're trying to keep it all together, but it's a lie. That's not really how you feel inside. So that is all that I have for you today, group number 1. Thank you so much for being here with me today and receiving the reading. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, like I said, the email for that is in the description box below. Go ahead and give this video a like if you liked it, and comment down below and share if it resonated with you. I'm wishing you a lovely day. Bye, group 1. Alrighty, so if you selected group number 2 with Learn from Your Mistakes, this is going to be a reading all about lost messages from your heart space. So this week I had a couple of different songs that just kept coming through to me, and I really felt that they were messages for the collective, but it felt like it was almost like messages from their heart or from somebody who they've had some type of relationship with. So I wrote those down and picked out a song for each group. Let's go ahead and see what song you got. Okay, so you got No Love by Eminem and Lil Wayne. You can have a listen to that song, to the lyrics, and see if there's any confirmations or anything comes through for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and go and listen to the song and write down any messages that come through and share them with you. Okay, group 2, so I listened to your song and a lot of messages came through. I will say it's kind of all coming from the same one message, but let's go through them. So the first message I got was smoking, sparking up, getting high. So I don't know if this is about you or about someone who you have some kind of relationship or had some kind of relationship with. So take it either as you or as them, however it's going to resonate with you. But I will just say this person. So when I say this person, it could be you or it could be them, and like you kind of fill in the blanks there. But this person could like smoking, vaping, smoking weed potentially, because I also heard getting high. Someone who seems tough on the outside, but is soft on the inside. Learning the hard way and karmic lessons. And this makes sense with your learn from your mistakes. But what I do want to say, group 2, is that if this is you, we actually don't have to learn the hard way. Like, when we go through a lot of karmic lessons, it's because we have to learn the hard way. We learn through pain, we learn through suffering. But we can actually do a karmic clearing and come out of this and learn through love. And there's actually a really great invocation / prayer from one of the oracle decks that I use, and I will put it up on the screen so that if you're interested in moving out of learning through difficult and challenging karmic situations and moving more into learning through love and more blissful experiences, I will put that invocation up here and feel free to recite it. I think it's for like 5 days in a row. You say it once to yourself. Okay, so someone who feels like they need to protect themselves. It almost reminded me of being defensive. And when somebody is defensive, we should actually have a lot of sympathy, empathy, and love for them, because when someone is defending, they feel like they have something to protect, and that something is themselves. They're going completely into self-protection mode, and that's exactly what either you or this person are doing. It's like you or them are really in self-protection mode. So someone who feels betrayed by someone or by life and the cards they were dealt. So I kind of got the impression of someone with a chip on their shoulder. And yeah, it's like this person is either angry or feels betrayed by someone in their life or some kind of relationship that they had, or by life itself and just the cards they were dealt. Maybe their upbringing, maybe their socioeconomic status, just things that they had no control over, and they may even feel betrayed by life itself, by God, by source. This is also someone who channels their pain and suffering into motivation. It's also someone who withholds their love from somebody as a punishment to them. Sometimes you feel a sense of anxiety in your chest, like you can't breathe. I also got a message when it comes to not breathing and smoking. So if this is you, also my candle is like heavily smoking right now. So if you smoke or, you know, obviously you can't control someone else if they're smoking, but it could be affecting breathing. So that's just a message to maybe ease up on that. Someone who's focused on winning. But remember, winning involves agreeing to play a game in the first place. This person has a lot that they feel like they have to say. You close off your heart to the bad, you also close it off to the good. So yes, we can go into self-protection mode and let nothing get in because, you know, we've been hurt in the past and we don't want anything to get in and hurt us again. The problem is when we do that, the good can't get in. The love can't get in. I mean, the song is called No Love. And it feels like, you know, this person is at an equilibrium where they feel like, okay, I'm not getting more heartbreak, but through not getting that more heartbreak, they're also not getting more love. Someone who you thought had your back but didn't. So that's that sense of betrayal again, like of you trusting someone and then in the end they didn't have your back. Holding on to resentment for this person. I also felt a lot of pride. So either you or this person really needs to let their pride down, but they are a very prideful person. And I also got something old mixing with something new because this song actually samples like an old 90s dance song, but also not that the song is new because it is kind of older, but it's a newer song. So maybe this past pain is affecting your current relationship or your current self, whether even that's your relationship to yourself or others. So those are the messages that I got from the song, and now we'll go into another deck. Let's go into tarot. So group number 2, please, Spirit, messages from their heart. So we have the Tower. Okay, lost messages from group number 2's heart, please, Spirit. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups. Okay. This one to come out too. Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, I'll get one more, but the story is very clear here. If this is you who went through a betrayal of someone you trusted, I'm so sorry, group 2. Been there. Like, I have been there. And then the Fool. Okay, beautiful ending though. And at the back of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, so it feels like something went down between you and a connection of yours. Somebody who you trusted, who you loved, who you really felt like you didn't have to think twice about, who you didn't have to even guess if you could trust them or not. Like, this is somebody who you put your whole trust and love into. And the Tower came crashing down, and the Tower was your belief that you could trust them. So that Tower came crumbling down, and you realized that this person didn't have your best interests at heart in some way. And this realization was shattering for you. It made you feel really sad and alone and very vulnerable, I would say. And especially, you know, if you were the person that the song was, the perspective, if you are that tough person with the tough exterior and the soft inside, it feels like this kind of brought your soft inside out and made you feel very vulnerable. So you had to walk away. You walked away from this connection. You had enough self-worth to say, okay, if I'm going to be treated like this, then I'm going to hit the road, Jack, and I'm going to get out of here. And it feels like you went to kind of go focus on your career, focus on making money, but you maybe went into a little bit too much of a materialistic side. And actually the song mentioned Monopoly, and this card has the man from Monopoly on it. So I don't know if that's a confirmation for you or that's relevant, but that game's really about like getting as much money as you possibly can. And so maybe that's how you distracted yourself from this hurt, from this heartbreak, from this betrayal. But with the Fool here, there is a fresh new start that feels positive. Like you're setting out on a new adventure. Tell us more here, Spirit. Lost messages from group number 2's heart, please. We have awareness, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. And at the back of the deck, we have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. Yeah, so it's not such a bad thing that you decided to focus on maybe your career, because although you might have gone through a period where you kind of lost touch with yourself and you felt a little bit too materialistic, I think that you're kind of out of that now, and you're really trying to align your money, your earnings, your career with your soul, with something that's more meaningful and purposeful on the inside, not just on the outside. Okay, I'm feeling this card here too. Courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. So maybe one lesson that you learned from this relationship is to set strong boundaries within your relationships. Yes, you can open your heart to love and trust again, but just when you need to say no, say no. Keep the boundaries that help you to feel safe and protected, but don't completely close you off from love. We also have intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. So yeah, it feels like this sense of adventure is beckoning you and calling you, and the universe actually wants to give you something a lot more adventurous than what you've been experiencing up until now or more recently. So be bold with your request to the universe. This is the time to really set off and take a risk and take that leap of faith and do something more spontaneous or adventurous. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, live with a childlike sense of wonder. Yeah, so tap into your wonder, into your intention, your awareness, be present, and really go with what feels like it's calling to you. Lost messages from group number 2's heart, please, Spirit. Oh. Okay, so we have balancing act. We have gentle reminder. And we have home. And at the back of the deck, we have making a choice. So sometimes you may feel like you're drowning in the memories of what took place between you and this person. It might feel like you're being haunted by what happened. But Spirit is really trying to bring you out of the past and to let it go. Spirit wants you to let this go because it takes a lot of energy and effort to hold a grudge, to hold on to this pain. So Spirit is trying to guide you to, yes, feel your feelings if you need to feel them, but then release it and let it go. And there's something about making a choice about your home here. And I feel like you're going to go with the more adventurous choice. Maybe not the thing that you would normally do to make you feel more safe. It feels like you're willing to take a risk. You're willing to bet on yourself or bet on your luck. Okay, messages from group 2's heart, please. Lost messages from group number 2's heart, please, Spirit. Okay, we have Métis with wisdom. And at the back of the deck, we have beauty. So you became wiser through this situation. And of course, it sucks to have to learn through such challenging circumstances. But as I shared in the beginning of this video, that doesn't have to be the case moving forward. It really feels like you gained a sense of wisdom about how to have boundaries with people in relationships. And it feels like you're going to take this wisdom with you into your fresh start. And it feels like you want to be inspired by life again. You want to see beautiful horizons, maybe new places. Maybe you're feeling a sense of traveling to somewhere exotic. Maybe you want to adorn yourself in beautiful jewelry or clothing. Or maybe just go and see a show or be around culture. It feels like you're really being drawn to inspire yourself. It's like you went through something difficult, something that took a toll on your emotions, and now you want your emotions to be filled with that love, light, and beauty. Messages from Group Two's heart, please. Lost messages from Group Two's heart, please, Spirit. Okay, we have hello and goodbye. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. So maybe you're going to be moving somewhere new or going on some kind of trip. You're going to be making a change in some way, a change in your physical location in some way. And you'll soon see that this change that you've chosen is actually going to make things better for you. We have thankful. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for, and it's okay to be different. You don't need to be like everyone else. You're perfect just as you are. Yeah, and it feels like you're finally willing to explore yourself. I think that you actually want to get to know yourself deeper, want to get to know your soul deeper. And so you are going on a quest. You're going on a quest to learn about yourself, to gain a deeper sense of self-awareness, to understand what it is you really want out of life. And it feels like you want to be more, like I said, in those positive emotions of love, of beauty, of gratitude for this life. Okay, messages for group number 2, please, Spirit. Lost messages from Group 2's heart. Okay, we have ground from the root. And at the back of the deck, we have intuitive journaling. Yeah, and journaling also came up in the song. He says something about the pen and how he's using the pen to like become a master. And journaling came through for group 1 too, but it's also coming through for you. So definitely journal, get that pen and paper out. It feels like for you, instead of journaling about your feelings and what happened and what went wrong, Spirit is kind of asking you to look forward and to maybe brainstorm where you can go from here. Think about the things that excite and delight you and inspire and motivate yourself in that direction. I'm also going to read from the book the message for this ground from the root card. Alrighty, so it says, escape from your overthinking mind and ground yourself in your body, right down to your roots. You are spending too much time in your thoughts, which are holding you in your past or predicting an uncertain future. When you are grounded, you are fully present in your body. There is a deep wisdom that can be found there, the insights from your own life experience, plus the wisdom of your ancestors who have walked before you. It's time to get rooted in nature and connect fully to your body to rediscover the strength that lies deep within you. And then it says how to ground. Find a comfortable seat out in nature if possible and close your eyes. Notice the ground supporting you. Begin to deepen your breath, inhaling for 4 seconds, and then exhaling for 4. Visualize roots growing down into the earth beneath you. Follow your awareness as it takes you deeper into the earth until you reach its very core. Repeat these words of affirmation. I am grounded and rooted in the deep wisdom of my body. So body practices, working out, exercising, focusing on eating healthy, Yeah, nourishing yourself with good foods, spending time out in nature, doing meditations or practices for grounding, such as connecting with the earth. These could be really helpful for you. Also, maybe a grounding stone could be supportive to you at this time. Okay, this unicorn deck really wants to talk to you because we've gotten so many cards from it. It says intuition, listen to the whispers of your heart, use divination tools to help you decide, and trust your intuition no matter what. So maybe your logical mind is keeping you stuck in the past of your trauma with this person. Or maybe it's when you think about your future, you feel overwhelmed or scared of what could go wrong, but your intuition is guiding you to get grounded, to get in touch with your heart, with your soul, because it's guiding you to a new adventure. Okay, any final messages here for group number 2? Final messages for group number 2, lost messages from their heart space, please, Spirit. Okay, we have go after your goals, persist, encourage, advance. So yes, you have Spirit's support, go after it. You also had a card about taking action. Yeah, action. Now it's the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Inspired action. So not fearful action, not forcing yourself to do something because you feel like you have to do it. Action where you actually feel inspired to do it. Move forward with confidence. At the back of the deck, we have enjoy new beginnings, celebrate socialized change. So Spirit is really wanting to help move you into this change. It's going to be soothing for you. Follow your inspiration. So be thankful at the back of the deck with gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. And that was your second card about being thankful. So maybe when you're journaling, also try doing a gratitude list of things that you appreciate and are thankful for every single day. And that will help to cultivate those loving and positive feelings that Spirit is trying to bring more of into your life. Okay, group 2, that's all that I have for you today. Please go ahead and like this video if you liked it, and comment down below if it resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can go ahead and send an email to the email in the description box below, and I can share more about my personal offerings with you. And aside from that, I'm wishing you a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, group 2. So if you selected group number 3 with the card that says accept struggles as lessons, then this is going to be a reading all about lost messages from your heart. So this week, there were a few songs that kept coming through to me, and they really felt like they had messages for the collective. And so I wrote them down, scrunched them up, and picked a song for each group. And so let's go ahead and see what song you got, group 3. Okay, so you got the song Ivy by Frank Ocean. So you can go ahead and take a listen to this song. The lyrics or the emotions it brings up for you may have messages for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and go listen to the song and see what comes through for me that I can share with you. Okay, group number 3. Can I just say I love this song? It's such a good song. It's just so dreamy. It brings you into a different world. It reminds me of Lana, where there's this imagery of like palm trees and sunniness and tropicalness, but then there's also like these deep emotions of unrequited love underneath. Anyways, okay, so I saw the angel number 333 right when I started to listen to your song. So this could mean something to you, could be a confirmation for you. Maybe you've been seeing angel number 333. But it feels like this reading is about a friendship of yours where you might have met this person while socializing. So I wrote feeling caught off guard or pleasantly surprised, like when you met them. When you met them, you weren't expecting to meet them, but you just happened to meet them and you felt caught off guard, but also like pleasantly surprised. So reminiscing about someone who you used to have some type of relationship with. Maybe on the outside there was a falling out between you and this person, but you both still have fond memories of each other. You have a feeling that they still have love for you and you still have love for them too. Maybe this person was in your life when you had less boundaries and more time to socialize and have fun. But now you've grown up in some way and it doesn't make sense to be in each other's lives in the same way that you used to. But you may have fond memories with them that make you laugh and feel connected to a more carefree or youthful time in your life. So this feels like some kind of a relationship, potentially a friendship. I was really getting like a solid friendship, and I think I wrote it here somewhere. Oh yeah, here. This could be about someone who you had a solid friendship with. And it feels like you were friends with them and a more carefree time in your life. Maybe you were younger, you just had less responsibilities. So I wrote, you guys did a whole lot of nothing together. Kind of like when teenagers hang out, like they don't really do anything, right? Like they just hang out. They're doing nothing, but they are still in connection with each other. Also could have been a surprising ending between the two of you where one or both of you felt like you were caught off guard. So once again, it's like you were caught off guard by how you met and also caught off guard by how things ended too. I also got the strong message that you came into each other's life for a specific purpose and you may have fulfilled that purpose, which is why your friendship ended. Something that you guys used to do together that was okay wouldn't be okay now. Like things have changed since that time. I also got the word juvenile. Like there's something that feels very like juvenile about your communication with each other, or like once again getting that feeling of just being younger and having that friendship where things are more juvenile. And you also may still both dream about each other. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Can we please get lost messages from group 3's heart? Oh yeah, you're group 3 and you got 333. And 333 is about socializing, communication, party, celebration. And it feels like you guys met in that way and might have done a lot of that together. 9 of Cups, okay. Lost messages from group 3's heart space, please. Okay, we have 4 of Cups. Ooh, 2 of wanted to come out. And then the Hermit. Okay. Okay, and now we have the Life, Healing, Sunlight, Nature, Serenity, Spirit card that comes in this deck. One more card here. Ooh. The Knight of Swords. Okay. And at the back of the deck, we have the 6 of Swords. So this person may have come into your life when you were feeling lost, abandoned, and alone. This girl is dressed very like goth, so maybe you were in a gothic phase, or like once again that teenager-y phase where you just feel like the world is against you and nobody understands what you're going through, and maybe you express yourself through like the way that you dress or your accessories or your tats or your makeup. And then you meet this person and it's almost like a wish fulfillment. It's like you felt so alone and now you met this person and like you have a companion. Yeah, it's like the sun was rising on a dark day. And it feels like you guys did, once again, like a whole lot of nothing together. I see these two just sitting on the couch, eating cookies, drinking milk, watching TV, playing video games. So you might have even sat side by side, both looking at your screens, like looking at different screens, but just being in each other's company was like soothing in some way. But it feels like you were both kind of in a dark place. There was this line in the song that spoke, I think, about drug use in some way. So not sure if that's relevant here or not, but it could be something along those lines where it's like there's this form of escapism. And you went through a transformation. Either you or them went through a big transformation, like caterpillar becomes butterfly, completely change. It's like in the first card, I see you like all dressed in black, and then here it's like you've had this transformation and you're all in color. Here you're heavy, here you're light. And it's like once you go through this transformation, you receive a lot of healing. Maybe you started spending time in nature, meditating, connecting with spirit. Your life changed. It went in a lot more of a healing direction. And it feels like after this happened, there was this communication that happened between the two of you that feels like uncalled for in some way. It feels edgy, where there was just this very blunt communication, and it may have hurt your feelings or their feelings, where things were made to seem very black and white, and maybe complexities were and nuances were looked over. But yeah, I just see like you guys were two peas in a pod, one and the same. And I think what connected you both was your heartbreak, was your trauma. Maybe you were even trauma bonded to this person. As I said, there was a purpose for this person being in your life, and you served a purpose for each other. Messages, lost messages from group 3's heart space. Rebirth. Reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. Yeah, so it feels like you left this person behind in a different reality. Like you're on a different timeline now, and it feels like you left this person on a previous timeline. And in the song, he says, I ain't a kid no more. I ain't a kid no more. So you could feel like, yeah, you connected with this person when you were a kid, but you're not a kid anymore. So you don't connect on the same level. Delight, count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. Yeah, I think you took pleasure in simple things with this person. Like I said, just scrolling on screens next to each other, going for a walk, just hanging out in the park, doing nothing together. Yeah, we have friendship at the back of the deck. Seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing, and then abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. So what is the message here, Spirit? I think you can still take all the love you had in this relationship. The friendship, at the end of the day, some people come into our lives for a moment, for a time period, really to help us get through something or understand something or learn something. And I think that you're going to be taking the love that you had in that relationship forward with you, even if, you know, you're not friends with this person anymore. Your original card was accept struggles as lessons. So yeah, there was a lesson. There was something that you learned from this. Let's go ahead and get more tarot. So what did they learn from this? What is the lost message from their heart? What did they learn from this relationship? Okay, the cards are flipping. 10 of Swords. Yeah, you learned not to connect with people based on your traumas, based on your limitations. So, for example, maybe I grew up very poor, and so I only connect with other people who grew up very poor because it makes me feel close to them. But maybe on the inside, we don't really have much in common. Maybe I love science and they love hula hooping. I don't know. And so it's just, you know, there's a clash there or something. Like when you actually tune into your souls don't connect in the way that's needed for a friendship, but you maybe connect on growing up similarly in some way, or you're both poor, so you both get and understand that. And this is just an example. But now you'll probably have more soul connections. So you have the Magician. Yeah, it's like you're taking things into your own hands and you're saying, okay, I actually want to connect with people who I have a soul connection with, rather than just trauma bonding with someone. At the back of the deck, we have the Tower. So this could have been a tough realization for you or this person. It could have felt like sad and it took time for your brain to really realize that this person wasn't the best person for you because you had such a past and a rich history together of having, you know, fond memories together. Happy surprise. Something very good is about to happen. Ooh, okay. And water. Drink more water, eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. This also makes me think you're just in a healthier lifestyle now, whereas I don't think your lifestyle was very healthy when you were friends with this person. Another example would be like, you used to drink and party a lot, and so you connected with this person on drinking and partying, but now you're clean and sober. And so although you had such fun times partying with this person, they can't really be in your life anymore because you bonded over drinking and now you don't drink anymore. But there's a surprise coming. It feels like you're going to connect with somebody, somebody from your soul tribe, maybe have a new friendship in your life. Okay, we have intuitive journaling. And at the back of the deck, we have it's time to shine. Yeah, I think once you started focusing on your healing journey and you started putting your attention in that direction, it brought you farther and farther away from this person, but closer and closer to your purpose and living your soul path. And maybe this next friend is going to look very different to this friend that this reading's about. Like, maybe your old friend like looked similar to you and this new person isn't going to look like you. That's not for everybody, but that did come through for somebody here. So don't focus too much on like appearance, because if you're connecting with somebody on a soul level and you're part of the same soul tribe, you could be from different backgrounds, you could be different ages, because it's not your physical things that are bringing you together, it's your soul. So we have move your body, dance, breathe, flow. So it feels like you're going to meet this person when you're feeling very expressed, when you're letting yourself shine through. So maybe this is also a message from spirit, like, don't hide. Show people who you truly are. Whether it's your social media, like post your real thoughts and real feelings and expressions, whatever you're into and interested in. Or if it's in real life, like dress in the way that you love, or I don't know, show people who it is, who you really are on the inside, because this is how this person is going to be able to see you and be like, oh my God, I'm like that too. Like, we should be friends kind of thing. Okay, anything else from this deck here? Okay, we have earth magic, nature, rituals, and charms at the back of the deck. Okay, so if you're into like fairies or witchy things or connecting with the tree people and the elves, this new friendship, they could also be into that too, or into magic or herbalism, stories, folk tales, folklore, folk magic, gnomes, elves. Then you could be connecting with someone who's into that too. Or if you're not into that, it's just to say that whatever quirks or things about yourself that you think are like weird or out there or taboo even, I think this new friendship is going to be also have those same quirks, uniqueness, and taboos, and it's going to bring you guys together. Messages for group 3, please, Spirit. Lost messages from group 3's heart, please. Golden Palace. At the back of the deck, we have flying. Yeah, so in this next connection, it feels like you guys are going to be flying above your limitations. What's going to connect you is the healing that you've both done, how you've both overcome limitations in your life rather than connecting through or about your limitations. I'm also going to read the message for this card here, Golden Palace. Okay, so it says the Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. You did get an abundance card. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment. Oh, that's beautiful. As perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. Yeah, so maybe you've been mourning the grief of losing this old friendship, and maybe there's a time you did get the Hermit card. Yeah, I think there was a time period where you were alone and feeling isolated and alone for a really long time. Maybe you even still feel somewhat in this, but this new person is coming in, and so you're going to be feeling that long overdue emotional fulfillment. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have. No matter how abundant your life is, the message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Yes, remember I was saying authenticity. Show the world the real you. Show people the real you so that this person can see you and notice you, and you can be connected through your authenticity. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. So I think things are kind of owed to you right now. It sounds like both money is owed to you by universal law and like emotional fulfillment. So physical and emotional needs being met, they're due to you and they're coming. Let's get one last message here for group 3. We have Ishtar with communion. Yeah, you're going to be communing with someone who has the same taboos as you, and it's going to really bring you together. Isis with rebirth. Okay, I'm hearing soul sister. So yeah, soul. Once again, the key word there being soul, connecting with someone through your souls. Okay, group 3, that's all that I have for you today. Please go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear how the reading resonated with you. I am wishing you a lovely day. Thank you for being here. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can look in the description box below, and I have an email there, and you can just send me a message. Yeah, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!